Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his third year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, second most in the NFL.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. But you might remember Nick Chubb. He had a heck of a game last year in Week 4 in what turned out to be a 40-25 Browns win over these Ravens. He finished with 165 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Of course, never fear for the Ravens, though. After that loss, they went on a run. They would win their next 12 in a row to finish the regular season at 14-2. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
At the 29-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
first time with Kareem Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Kaderl Hodge has it complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Nick Chubb.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted.
Still 3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The ball carrier.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
We've had dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL in the past, and we've had some really good ones. But I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark, best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
His throw incomplete.
Jackson's pass.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the 38, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Kareem Hunt, 38 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown taking it in. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring out the 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Loss of 2 yards.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. This is Hunt. And some space here. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Well, so much for being backed up against the goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
11 yards there, 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
The Browns, 1st down.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now Chubb. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. And he completes it to Hunt. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 27,
Kareem Hunt. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Cody Parkey.
Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Andrew Sendejo in on the stop.
3-yard pickup.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed, and his elusiveness, and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From the gun, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Makes the score Browns 14, Ravens 10.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Going to give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Who brought him down?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 33-yard line.
On the carry, it's Chubb. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Complete to number 13.
Odell Beckham, 62 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing, and I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. And Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Ingram. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future bright. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jacob Phillips brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jackson from the shotgun. Caught right side. It's Snead. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at HR wondering what if.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on
now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield now from the 50. That one is caught by Hunt. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We get things started with a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling down south to take on Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And that one all even in their matchup with the visiting Dolphins. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
That's a gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
46-yard line.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews. It was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
He's tackled.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Jackson options out left and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Now Jackson on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler, he led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working out of the gun. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. Oh, some strong running. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you'd like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Hard throw, incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return.
At their own 20.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
23 yards on the play. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
1st and 10 at the 20.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first down. They move the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
And his kick is right through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
45-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And 8 yards.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Give. This is Chubb. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. from the gun, Mayfield. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
For the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
10 at the 28-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ingram again. Jackson, option right. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
2-yard pick.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, He had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Jackson, option right. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Baltimore starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Jacob Phillips in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Gain of 9.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Jackson now. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 now. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Browns.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
2nd and 2.
And there's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, He was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Hunt, and down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The one who brought him down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
At the Ravens' 36-yard line.
Chubb. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of
So
6.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He finds Beckham complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From right side here, complete.
Jackson's pass.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Makes the score Ravens 30.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a two-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Dontrell Hilliard on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 9. A minute 53 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mayfield to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
1st down, Browns.
Now Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season.